Prince Chami on the beats.
Hii wabinda utanonga kwa ili kuri rumbai hakori hii irimba nanda kuimba ebo kwa muga
West Left Production.
ha ay no ban diga pale kapale inolanga diga pale tala taji nang pirimba no ban diga pale ona kapale inolanga diga pale minyomi wanyomende na ebolanga diga pale kapale bolanga diga pale no ban diga pale ona kapale bolanga diga pale tala taji nang pirimba no ban diga pale mana go marumo kapale bona diga pale minyomi wanyomende na ebolanga diga pale kapale bolanga diga pale saiko bobo wagayibona amane wagajamba ambebo ndinentaule ndipegulumba nindagari mugwaguyagusegwa mu bantu wakandibona ibuntu wakandiyanda ndagatuguluga mbuliji mbwali kubula nsipa wakandipa nsipa tuhuta ndagasumbula wakayira kuli simatiyebo wandinyonganya mulombe wandinyonganya abapati uli mupati abana uli mwana abanene uli munene ulajinja walunga sautu mugashuga nguyebo walunga shuga muri ndime ndigapale kapale inolanga ndigapale tala taji nang pirimba no bantu ndigapale ona kapale inolanga ndigapale minyomi wanyomene na ebolanga ndigapale kapale bolanga ndigapale no bantu ndigapale ona kapale bolanga ndigapale tala taji nang pirimba no bantu ndigapale mana go marumo kapale bona ndigapale minyomi wanyomene na ebolanga ndigapale kapale bolanga ndigapale chibejigolo wagasorega kundikwasha yarumba nokuba kuti chakagaga wakandikwasha akayagombe kokandipa kagomena kakayara pesunu kulitukupa ndakarumba evo muwere ndarumba simati lezawesuka chirereka evo wandikwasha ansano mbevo ndarumba ndigapale kapale inolanga ndigapale tala taji nang pirimba no bantu ndigapale ona kapale inolanga ndigapale minyomi wanyomene na ebolanga ndigapale kapale bolanga ndigapale no bantu ndigapale ona kapale bolanga ndigapale tala taji nang pirimba no bantu ndigapale mana go marumo kapale bona ndigapale minyomi wanyomene na ebolanga ndigapale kapale bolanga ndigapale basipugu yitembo basipugu mutobo ingutaruba abasipugu jawira bamwamisi ajitema bamwamisi patunyana amumurere oyu mwana muwere smart muwere ndarumba mwana bama lesa kachirereka ino nyuka chibona twende atusore no bantu ndigapale kapale inolanga ndigapale tala taji nang pirimba no bantu ndigapale ona kapale inolanga ndigapale minyomi wanyomene na ebolanga ndigapale kapale bolanga ndigapale no bantu ndigapale ona kapale bolanga ndigapale tala taji nang pirimba no bantu ndigapale ndigapale ona kapale bolanga ndigapale minyomi wanyomene naye bolanga ndigapale kapale bolanga ndigapale no bantu ndigapale ona kapale bolanga ndigapale kagataji na mpimba no bantu ndigapale mwana bo marumo kapale bona ndigapale minyomi wanyomene naye bolanga ndigapale kapale bolanga ndigapale.
Yeah, the Chami boy, Prince Chami on the beats.
Hii wabinda utanonga kwa ili kuri rumbai ha kuri ya irimba nanda kuimba ebo pamuga
West Left Production.
ha no bantu ndigapale kapale inolanga ndigapale tala taji na mpirimba no bantu ndigapale ona kapale inolanga ndigapale minyomi wanyomene naye bolanga ndigapale kapale bolanga ndigapale no bantu ndigapale KMP Waja kalandanya Bange Oshimanga tata Nemo Ndagali God Jongo Shungu na mutitima moso tunyaguli bingi Ingano liporo gara gunka gusuga busi Wasiga gukaripa gutamu tupanga makesi Tumuniga jisa hisi hindi mumabari Kabega nyapagala gumasabuga ko tupangira Turwe hajisa hisi hindi gumabari Ube mukoti gumamba guri malasha Igutaruba ngombe irete yawe gupembe No bantu muri tambi twega muswaya gurindiswe Ujundu Yawe muri tambi twega muswaya gurindiswe Ujundu Mugabore muri tambi twengo tukala Yawe guri malele Mugabore ngo tukala gurindiswe Ujundu Mugabore muri tambi twengo tukala Yawe guri malele Mugabore ngo tukala gurindiswe Ujundu Intusiansia tatuburi gurindiswe Omusemu wajisia mwaga yawe tulasobana Wasiga kujikuni amwaga kulinkosati Oguya wajiga ntatusegerera butebuzi Kushimunenga ibombe baratambara Tutiko nabula mugo wapere gombe gotisi Abwaro kutima indandara mpeta irarira Igutaruba kwa munze oguya gulindi Amwadirarira tusegerera rwangurugo Nobaga rwanina bagaunda bagapepe Bamunkongwe bagamanga abamundi anarumino Kirarira gamubola Usamurya momba Usamurya momba Bola maribonena Usamurya momba Muri kambi twengo tukala Yawe guri malele Mugabole ngo tukala gurindiswe Ujundu Mugabole muri kambi twengo tukala Yawe guri malele Mugabole
Good evening, and thank you so much for joining us on Ubuntu channel on this particular Monday. It is indeed the 20th of November 2023, and we are back again on Ubuntu Lifestyle. Now, this particular edition, actually, we've zoomed in on one indigenous and authentic Zambian musician reigning from the southern province. Most of the times we have featured quite a number of artists, and we have contemporary artists that have come here. But this time around, we do it a different way, and it's probably artists that we need to shed more light on. This is Ubuntu channel, and remember, you are free to drop us your comments as you are watching us, so that we can be able to know you are with us. Please interact with us on our various social media platforms. My name is Lawrence, hosting you for tonight's edition. My guest is Mpande, who is an artist from the southern province. I'm not sure if he is in the studio, but Mr. Mpande actually makes music that is very, very, very much authentic and contemporary from the southern province. There's so much we want to know about him. There's so much we want to know about his music. So what we do right here is we shall give you a piece of his music. Let me ask my producer to just give us some music as we are going to interact with him on the other side. See you. Okay, seemingly the piece of music is not ready, but what we are going to do again is try to bring Mpande on the line right here on Ubuntu Lifestyle. Remember, this is the show that comes to you every Monday at 20 hours, and we bring you various kind of things, various kind of programs that actually showcase the way we live as Zambians. And obviously, we seem to have Mpande in the studio. Mr. Mpande, good evening, and thank you so much for joining us on Ubuntu channel.
Good evening, thank you.
Mr. Mpande, first and foremost, who exactly is Mpande?
Mpande is Mpande.
Let us know more about Mpande. What makes Mpande Mpande?
Okay. Mpande is a musician.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Mpande is a musician, and is based right here in is a musician based in Zambia, Southern Province, Choma to be specific. Mpande's trademark Mpande's trademark is mostly his music is in Tonga, in a language called Tonga.
Yeah.
Yes, and I don't have a lot on my profile. Jesus Christ.
Let me break it down. Where did Mpande grow up in? What actually made Mpande start doing music, especially music that is in Tonga, when everybody else is running to do contemporary music, maybe to fit in and maybe make a name out, a name quite faster, but you chose to stick with the indigenous Tonga music. What actually inspires you to do that? I think let's start with that.
Okay, so what happened was, firstly, I don't really know how I just got this, but what I can say is I remember there was a time, because when I started music, I used to sing in other languages. When I say other languages, I mean languages like Nyanja and Bemba. And then there was this particular time when I was taking music to the radio. And this particular DJ said something like, before you could even listen to my music, he said, you guys are all doing the same thing. Then I was like, how, what do you mean? It's like every day. He was like, I receive, because that time we were giving out CDs for our music. So he was like, I receive CDs from different musicians, but they all bring the same stuff. They are not musicians. You're not giving us something else to play in the radio. That was at ZNBC. So I never really got that, but I took it as a challenge. So there was a time when I just sat down whilst I was trying to as an upcoming musician, and then some Tonga song came to my head. Apparently it was a gospel song.
Okay.
Yeah, so I recorded that song, and just like that, people started dancing to it. Then I thought, okay. Then again, I recorded another one. The one was actually Chelele Chelele Mugajinga. And before I realized it, my brother, that situation where you don't really know what is happening, before I realized the song was everywhere. Like almost each and every function, the song was playing. So it was later that I realized that, oh, this is what was meant to do something different. I think this is something different. So I can tell you the most experience that I never forget is when we were in Luansha with a friend of mine. So he was telling me, this song is very nice. This song is very nice. So now, being in Luansha, the most spoken language that side is Bemba. It's on the Copper Belt. Yeah. So now, I got on stage and I was busy singing those songs that are in Bemba and Nyanja. Then this guy that I went with was like, can you perform that song? I was like, which song? That Tonga song, can you perform it? So I was like, are these guys going to listen to me sing in Tonga? They was like, just perform that song. Then he told the DJ to play it.
Yeah.
And you can't believe it. I was meant to perform that song like 3 times. Like the song went to the end. Again, I was told, can you restart that song? So I was at some point I even said, but you guys, like you're telling me to sing this song and yet you don't understand. So they were like, like that's exactly, even if we don't care whether we can get the message or not, we want you to sing that song. So it is from there, it's from then that I realized, hey, I think now this is my trademark. I just have to do this. And I've been encouraged by a number of musicians who have just like, just continue this. I was being encouraged by most of them and up to date. Then from there, I've seen the music grow in Southern Province, where most young musicians have come on board. Most of them are freely singing in Tonga.
And interestingly, actually, I find myself mostly in the southern part of the country, and seemingly, Tonga music is doing very well in this part of the country. What do you think is lacking for it to be exported to the other provinces? Like you have said, in the Copper Belt, they ask for his music. What exactly is required for it to be everywhere, played everywhere countrywide?
Firstly, musicians, we should stop thinking that the biggest problem is most musicians in Southern Province. They become so relaxed when they hear their song playing in Imacha or Monze or Kalomo radio. They become so relaxed that they do not push. We are a few of us that have got music that is playing in other provinces. The other thing is about the quality of music that we do. I can tell you one thing. There is a certain type of sound that only befits music in Luapula province, and when it plays, you can easily tell that this music it's got that traditional feel of it, which is mostly played in the Luapula province. The same applies to music in Northern Province, Northwestern Province, Western Province. Each and every province has got that unique sound that whenever the music plays, you will definitely tell that this music is from such and such a province. So most musicians have most of the musicians, especially in the Southern Province, have limited themselves in what we call Jundu music, where they've just limited themselves to that particular sound. You know, yeah, yeah, ngoma ngoma, that particular sound. Yeah, they, in as much as they're using the computers, but they want it to sound a little bit like it's I would call the Kalindula, you know, the what I okay, like the Mashombe kind of, the Jibreze kind of, the Green Mamba attachment to it. So now
Yeah.
that kind of music, you find that when you take it to the copper belt, it will play, yes, but there's just the certain sound that can go around the country and be played.
Yeah, yeah.
Just like you bring music from Western Province and you want to play it here, and then it's got that full touch of the Western Province. It won't really play much in Southern Province because it's just specifically for that particular province. So we need to work hard in trying to the instrumentation, the way we make our beats. We really need to work hard in trying to push our music into the mainstream.
Okay. That's
Yes.
that's that's actually interesting. We want to request you, the viewers, to ensure that you follow through this particular discussion because it involves the creative arts for our brothers, especially in the southern province. And Mpande is actually one, just but one. And there are many others who are trying to push music from southern province. And this is where we want to know more about the music that is happening in southern province. Remember, this is Ubuntu Lifestyle, where we interact and we make sure that even your views are also heard. Now, Mr. Mpande, let me
Yes.
first ask, let me ask you, we talk over, let's talk about issues to do with facilities right in the southern province. Let's talk about, obviously, the studios that you use for recording and all that. How up to speed are they? Are they top-notch studios that we are looking at? Have they required facilities to ensure that the good quality music comes out from the southern province?
No, we do not. Because I would say no, we do not, because I'm one of the musicians or artists in Southern Province that have been privileged to go around and see different studios. You know, the biggest problem that we have is that each and every musician in Southern Province wants to become a producer. Each and every musician in Southern Province wants to own a studio. So now you'd find that before they before they go there and get exposed to see how others are making studios, they just do their own stuff, because sometimes even the sound, you can tell just the studio, the way it's being put, being organized, you can tell that here, I think we can be able to tell the kind of sound that we need to give out. You know, even the structure itself should tell. But you'd find that each and every person, whatever the small room that they are into, they want to use it for a studio. So we do not have studios that can give us the quality sound, because our studios, most of them, are not up to standard. Most of them. There are a few studios you can say, though they are not really up to standard, but you can say, okay, maybe this, but they're not really up to standard. The studios in Southern Province.
Okay. Let me ask yourself, uh, which studios do you work with? Which producers do you work with?
I've worked with, like in Southern Province, I've worked with most young men. I've worked with King Tech. I've worked with VMix. I've worked with V the Beast. Yeah, mostly those are the producers that I've worked with in Southern Province. And with time, they've come to understand my style.
And there is a song I heard you recorded with Jerry Fingers.
Oh yeah. Actually, that song was produced by Vmix and Jerry Fingers.
Okay, in
So
Lusaka or in
yeah,
Southern?
we used two studios. We used Flatline in Lusaka. We also used Punchline in Choma. So it was the project was like moved from one studio to the other.
Okay, Mbanda, this is what we are going to do. We are going to show the viewers exactly what you're talking about. We just play one song and then we meet on the other side. Do not drop off. Please just stay on the line so that we can get to meet on the other side just after the song. We
All right.
take of Pande's songs, and then we meet on the other side as we are looking at the creative arts, especially in Southern Province, and also trying to know Pande way better than we do. See you on the other side.
Jerry Fingers. Tumpenda twagandipa kuti moe mekuyande tairiye ilimijito yagandipa kuti musimbi kuwese tuyatuma lavingi watutola kulino ebo maitia okuya kusegasega wakutola kulino ebo waswega ino nati piruga moe moja mbulila indi egaga piruga yajicha mijito kolanga waswega mambo kukuyanda ndakuyanda kulega mebose yangi piruga moe katono galiso pere wajincha tono galiso pere wajincha tono galiso yawe wajincha still is a soul wajincha still is a soul wajincha still is a soul wajincha wanjebele mukafika kumyesu mukumona bamayo elio mwaya tata mwaya mwayirilila ngamwanifikire yashachinjishe amano na mapange twakwete mwashile mumpepo kumabulili kwabula kwishiva gamukabwela imisango imilanile nashona shichinja mwampapisha ya mchinja mbere wajincha tologaliso mbere wajincha tologaliso yawe wajincha tamushita ndatumafoni mazuvano bamatotambuli pantu nangu na yesuka yonse kulaka jefe mwali na muchinja jefe mwali na muchinja nalemona kwati kuti mwasunga jefe mwali na muchinja Conrad Jola Hiamwa Doko Electrical
Welcome back, and thank you so much for keeping with us. And we are delighted that you are still on Ubuntu Lifestyle. Mpande, what exactly were you trying to communicate in this song? Your mic is muted. Kindly unmute the mic, and then we can have a conversation. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you clearly.
Okay. So what are you communication?
Your mic is muted.
I am saying what exactly this particular song?
Well, in this song, the title is Totally So. It features a lady by the name of Gina. Something before I comment on what I'm talking about in the song, there's something interesting about this lady. Gina, this was the first time she recorded a song, like went into the studio and recorded a song.
Interesting.
She's just a live performer, like live band performer. So she's a performing artist. So I just noticed she's got a beautiful voice. Then I talked to her. I was like, I would love to work with you on a song. So when that time came, I had to facilitate everything, and we worked on the song. So now in this song, my communication, what we are trying to say is, that issue, the blame game, actually, it was actually a blame game, where as a man, you're trying to blame the woman to say, you've just changed, you were not like this from the time we started all this relationship. And equally, she's telling him of the changes she has noticed in him. So we're just trying to say, totally so, which simply means in translation is, you were not like this, you've changed. This and this used to happen, but it's no longer happen. This is you are just like you're a strange person now. You're not the person that I knew before. So that's exactly what we are trying to communicate in this song.
Okay, and seems to me like Nyanja Tonga.
Yes, I was communicating in Tonga, then she came in with Nyanja, though she was adding a little bit of some Bemba.
Interesting. So let's get back the issue of Southern Province all in all. The last time I spoke with someone actually about things not being able to work to was a fight between some Southern Province musicians on Facebook. I don't want to mention names, but I'm talking about.
Your line is breaking. I'm not getting everything. I think there's some breaking in your question.
Are you able to hear me this time?
Yeah, I can hear you, though it's kind of a little bit breaking. Some words are not coming out.
Okay. I want to find out exactly in Southern Province pull each other up when need be together.
Oh, yeah, the line was breaking again. I didn't get a complete question.
Okay. What we do right here, let music add and then we catch the arts.
Okay.
KMP Wanja kalandanya Bange Baushimanga tata Neba ushimaimbo Ndagali god Tongo Shungu na mutitima moso tunyaguli bingi Hinga noli poro gara mabusi wasiga kukalipa kutamu tupanga makesi tumunika jisahisi hindi mumabali kabeka nyapagala kumasabuga ko tupangira turwe hajisahisi hindi kumabali ube mukoti kumamba kuli malasha ikutaruba ngombe irete yawe kukwembe no bantu muri tambi twega muswaya kulindiswe bujundu yawe muri tambi twega muswaya kulindiswe bujundu mugabore muri tambi twengo tukala yawe kuli malere mugabore ngo tukala kulindiswe bujundu mugabore muri tambi twengo tukala yawe kuli malere mugabore ngo tukala kulindiswe bujundu intusiyansiya tatuburi kulindiswe omusemu wajisiya mwanga yawe turasobana wasiga kujikuni amwanga kulinkosati okuya wajiga ntatusegerera butebuzi kushimunenga ibombe baratambara tutiko nabulamugo wapere gombe gotisi abwaro kutima indandara mpeta irarira ikutaruba kwa munze okuya kulwindi amwanga jirarira tusegerera rwangurugo nobagalwanina bagaunda bagapepe bamunkongwe bagamanga abamundia narumino jirarira gamubola usamulya momba mabola mwalibonena mulitambi twengo tukala yawe kuli malere mugabole ngo tukala kulindiswe bujundu mugabole mulitambi twengo tukala yawe kuli malere mugabole ngo tukala kulindiswe bujundu itwimo imbo tukomanisha turahura tata itukonda myoyo mujitonga nkotuli Gunze andime kuriri uche amapigi Lapapoi Kuri nowero gatasi kirezi boy Taika tonka Kiri ni mamba mashombe abajibweze Jire bandi Basuna tupanjo bajende yawe kuri marere Tere banji bajichisiswe mubwimbi Ingaga mutuswaya mwabora mwalibonena No bantu muri tambi twega muswaya kulindiswe bujundu yawe muri tambi twega muswaya kulindiswe bujundu mugabore muri tambi twego tukala yawe kuli malere mugabore ngo tukala kulindiswe bujundu mugabore muri tambi twego tukala yawe kuli malere mugabole ngo tukala kulindiswe bujundu aralira kujundu tata telero oniko onias Conrad njola hiamwa Shibura Ngoma Shibura Umusanza tata kotuyira muri tambidwe nyonse twamba kuti mwatambulwa
All right. Thank you so much. Apologies for that break in internet connection, and hopefully, Pande, you can hear me now loud and clear. Are you able to hear me loud and clear?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Thank you
Okay,
so much.
thank you so much.
I was trying
I
to
was trying
ask
to ask
you
about
about the
the
musicians in Southern
musicians
Province
in Southern
go to
Province
work
put
together. They're
together.
like,
They're like,
I'm reflecting this,
I'm reflecting this,
raising this,
raising this
the
question,
recent
the
fights that we
recent
saw
fights
between
that
two
we saw
prominent
between two
artists
prominent
from Southern
artists
Province
from
on
Southern Province on
they were arguing
they were
over
arguing over who is
from this or that.
from this or that.
At Southern
At
Province,
Southern Province.
Okay. Though I didn't get completely again, the brain is breaking sometimes. I'm guessing you're talking about how musicians are working together. Is it? Am I right? Um, One thing that I've always advised musicians in Southern Province, and I've repeated this from time and again, I do not believe we are into this for competition. Because each and every one of us started music at their own way. They're like, you just feel, okay, this is one thing I want to do, and I want to sing. We are not into competition. And had it been a situation where we were in competition, we were going to start at the same time.
true story.
So the fact, yeah, the fact that we started, I would say this contemporary kind of music, I was the first one to come on board and start music without me thinking, no, there's this other musician that we are competing with. You know, if it's a competition, it was going to be on your marks, get set, go at the same time. But each and every one of us is unique in a way, and they've got their own understanding, they've got their own style, which I think we need to respect each other regardless. Like right now, here I am, I'm having an interview with you. I do not know what these other musicians are doing at this particular time. It could be that others right now are in the studio, others are just having fun, others are sleeping, others are doing nothing, or others are doing something that is away from music. But had it been a competition, right now, all of us would have been on this interview. So the respect for each other is something that musicians needed to uphold or employ, so that when somebody does something, we all go there and support that person. But it's like most of them have got into the industry with the view of looking at it as a competition, which is very, very wrong. That's my opinion. Your mic is muted.
We heard not
We
long
heard
ago
not long ago of
fighting.
fighting.
I'll ask you to turn off your
I'll ask
mic.
you to turn off your mic.
Thank you. So I was saying I was reading on Facebook of two prominent musicians in the Southern Province who were actually having a fight on Facebook. This one posting this, the other one posting that, and from what I heard was things to do with people who seem to be getting quite a lot of shows, especially from let me say government functions and all that. Now the other one seems to be asking the other to maybe try and help out the others because they also need a share of whatever is happening. This is why I was asking you, how is it possible, how able are you as artists in Southern Province to work together and ensure that everybody has something to do, at least somewhere to depend on. I'll give you a chance to respond to this one as you can switch on the mic now.
Lawrence, I'll tell you one thing. We are musicians like any other musician in this world or in this country. If I'm not invited to perform at a government function, it's not like it's only a government function that is supposed to feed me or make me look like a musician. If I'm not invited at a government function, I'm a musician. I've got a fan base. Why don't I organize a function in Kalomo where I'll make a 20 kwacha or a 50 kwacha? I think I need to keep myself busy. Being invited as a government function, as a musician, we should only look at it as the icing on the cake. We shouldn't look at it as the only way musicians can survive. And again, I'll repeat, I've always advised my friends to say, hey, in as much as there can be these government functions that some people can be called, we can go out there and do something ourselves, organize our own functions. Because it doesn't mean that when there's a government function in Mazabuka, then each and every one of our fans will go there. People will go there fine, but I think there's a fan who would love to see me in Chikankata. There's a fan who would love to see me in Karomo. There's a fan who would love to see me in Kazungula. There's a fan who wants to see me in Lusaka. We should not limit ourselves to functions in the Southern Province. If you are based like I'm based in Choma, then I should always be seen performing in Choma. No. We have to broaden our nets. And that will also contribute to the spread of the music in Southern Province. But you'd find that most of the time, musicians, if they are based in Monze, they just want to be seen performing in Monze. If they are based in Kalomo, in Osaka, in Choma or Livingston, they just want to be playing in Livingston. I think that is also contributing to the reason why our music is not spreading out there. So coming to government functions are just supposed to be looked at as an icing on the cake. You need to do something. If you're not being called upon at the government function, it doesn't mean that you can't do anything. Then you can also do something else. Because we're all looking for survival, we're all looking for money. And why should I stand up and feel bad that I'm not being called at a government function? If anything, government functions, I can tell you that government functions do not pay as much as the way we are being invited by private functions. Yeah, that's how I look at it.
Okay, let me come in. Let me come in. I will again ask you to mute your mic so that I can ask you something. We are going to conclude with this brief interview that we've had, but I'm going to ask you to do quite a number of things this time around. So I would want you first and foremost to at least give us some artists that you feel you would love to work with locally, so that we can maybe can help push your music to the national level, and everybody should be able to know who Mpande is. Secondly, I would love you to also highlight things the challenges that you probably face where you are in Southern Province, and what exactly needs to be done for you to be helped, so that you can give us the best of your music. We can get the best out of Mpande. And lastly, I'll ask you to give your concluding remarks so that we can wind up. Three things that I've asked for, and hopefully you will remember them in your deliberations. Mpande, you can come in.
Okay, to start with, the artist, where I didn't understand is, did you mean locally as in Southern Province or locally as in Zambia?
Zambia.
Okay, thank you. I've always wanted to work with Exile. And I told him that. And he was like, let's do this. Let's just bring it on, no problem. Whenever you are ready, let's sit down and see what we can do. That's one artist that I would love to work with. Then as a musician, the challenges that I'm facing personally, this time around, I'm going to go personally. I don't know about others. I think in terms of recording, I've done enough, or I don't know, I've done enough recording. I've done a lot of music recording. Yes, I might continue recording, but I think I've done a lot of recording. And for me to improve, one thing that I've always desired to do is to start up a live band. I don't want to get on stage and ask the DJ to play the song that I've already recorded. I want to go on stage and sing the song live to somebody and communicate. I want somebody to play the drum. I want somebody to play the guitar. I want somebody to play the keyboard. I want somebody to play whatever they can, if it's the ngoma and everything. That's what I want. That's what I always desire to have. And as I conclude, I can say I very much appreciate for this interview. It is I don't see myself to be special. I take it as a privilege that can go on any artist. So I would say, Ubuntu, you continue with this, not only with me, with so many other artists, and then see how it goes so that we can see our industry grow. I'm a very, very proud man whenever I'm working these days. I'm a very happy man because a lot of young musicians have followed suit and they've decided to sing this music, and it's grown. It has grown to this level where you can't go a day, you can't go an hour actually. If you walk on the streets, you can't walk more than 2 kilometers without you hearing a Tonga song being played. And even when you drop in Southern Province, wherever you drop from, you even tell to say, okay, now you even be reminded to say, hey, now now you're in Southern Province, unlike it was in the past. But today, when somebody drops in Southern Province for the first time, they don't. The moment they drop off, they can't go more than 5 minutes without being reminded by the music to say, okay, now I'm in Southern Province. This is what makes me so proud.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Time to be with us. I'm saying we really appreciate that you made time to be with us on this particular program.
I'm so humbled. I'm so humbled, really.
Awesome. We thank you, the viewers out there who have taken time to just interact with us and also follow through this program. Remember, we were shedding a light on Mpande, who is actually producing music from Gujundu in Southern Province. And hey, we really need to support music from everywhere, indigenous Zambian music. And Jundu music is actually one of the best in the country that we've had. This has been Lawrence, and on behalf of Mpande himself, and also on behalf of the man upstairs, that is Mr. Nkunika, we are signing out with a piece of music from Mpande. Good evening, and see you tomorrow on Ubuntu Politics.
Fingers. wajincha togaliso tologaliso togaliso yawe wajincha still is the sun 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 wajincha wandikambya mami bebe wandiosha imijito yako kasipemo yandiosha tatulito tutumpenda twakandipa kuti moe mekuyande tailiye imijito yakandipa kuti musimbi kuwese tuyatuma lavingi watutola kulino evo maitia okuya kusekaseka wakutola kulino evo wasika ino nati piruga moe mbonya mbulila indi moe piruga yajicha mijito kolanga wasika kambo kubuyanda ndakuyanda kuleka mebo sendi piruga moe kakatonoganiso togaliso mbere wajincha togaliso mbere wajincha togaliso togaliso yawe wajincha still is the sun 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 wajincha wanjebele mukafika kumyesu mukumona bamayo elio mwaya tata mwaya mwayirilela ngamwanifikire yashachinjishe amano na mapange twakwete mwashile mumpepo kumabuliri kwabula kwishiba gamukabwela imisango wena nashichinja imilanire nasho nashichinja mwampapisha ya mchinja mbere wajincha tologaliso mbere wajincha togaliso togaliso yawe wajincha still is the sun 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 wajincha nokuba kuchika moyo kolanga sunu wakaleka fishing ingepika ifiro tamushita